you ever heard of sacred mountains, where heaven and earth meet? Where every step taken not only on stone but brushes the realm of the Buddha. Today, we embark on a journey to explore China's 4 sacred Buddhist mountains, 4 peaks. 4 spiritual symbols, 4 gateways to peace and enlightenment. And if you love cultural and spiritual journeys, or long for a moment of stillness amidst life's chaos, this is a path you won't want to miss. Don't forget, thumbs up like the video if you find today's journey meaningful. Bell subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our next adventures. Speech balloon comment below with your thoughts. Or suggest the next destination you'd like me to explore. Send mail and share this video with someone who might need a little peace. For centuries, the vast land of China has been known as a spiritual cradle, a place where culture, belief, and breathtaking nature harmoniously converge. Among its sacred landmarks, the 4 great Buddhist mountains stand out. Each is linked to one of 4 great bodhisattvas, representing compassion, wisdom, and enlightenment. These mountains are pilgrimage sites and spiritual beacons for those seeking inner stillness amidst the hustle of life. If there's one path that can carry us away from worldly dust, lead us through misty peaks, echo temple bells in the morning breeze, and guide us toward profound inner peace, it's the journey to the 4 sacred Buddhist mountains of China. 4 holy peaks, 4 earthly realms of the Buddha, where the spirit of the mountains gently cleanses the divine, the mundane, and the human heart, scattered across the sacred lands of China. These mountains are more than just places of worship. They are magnificent scenic wonders, where mountains, clouds, ancient temples, and spirituality blend into a vibrant, mystical tapestry. First up is Mount Wutai, the sacred peak in Shaanxi province. Revered as the dwelling of Mañjuśrī Bodhisattva, the embodiment of wisdom and enlightenment, Mount Wutai features 5 towering peaks, east, west, south, north, and central, each resembling a blooming lotus throne in a pure Buddhist realm. In the early morning, with mist lingering on winding paths and temple bells echoing softly from afar, the mountain feels like it's whispering a call to mindfulness. Ancient temples such as Shenton, Nanshan, and Pagoda preserve centuries of Buddhist teachings and history. Next, we arrive at Mount Putuo, a jade gem rising from the East China Sea in Zhejiang province, where Avalokiteśvara, Guanyin, Bodhisattva manifests to save all beings. With its unique geography, mountain in the sea embracing the mountain, Putuo exudes a tranquil majesty, reflecting the infinite compassion of Guanyin. Visitors are transported to a celestial paradise, the soothing sound of waves, sea breezes laced with the faint scent of incense, and a towering statue of Guanyin standing serene under the blue sky. Standing still here, closing your eyes and breathing deeply, one can feel an almost magical calm settling in the heart. Leaving the coast, we venture southwest to Mount Emei in Sichuan Province, a sanctuary of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, symbol of enlightened action and vows. This towering peak is often crowned with a sea of clouds, and atop it sits the golden summit, home to a grand bronze statue of Samantabhadra with 10 heads and 1,000 arms, gazing protectively in all directions. Mount Emei is not only a feast for the eyes, but a place for deep introspection, where practitioners are inspired by Samantabhadra's vows to cultivate virtue and pursue awakening. Finally, we reach Mount Jiuhua in Anhui Province, sacred to Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, protector of souls and savior of beings in the hell realms. Mount Jiuhua has a somber, quiet beauty, much like the silent, profound compassion of Kṣitigarbha, who vowed, "Not until the hells are empty will I become a Buddha." Legend tells of Kim Chao-wei, the monk believed to be Kṣitigarbha's incarnation, whose incorrupt body remains preserved here, a symbol of unwavering devotion. On Jiuhua, even the wind seems to carry spiritual essence. Every moss-covered stone holds the trace of Dharma. One, Mount Putuo, the sacred isle of Avalokiteśvara. Rising from the boundless blue sea of Zhejiang Province, where waves murmur endlessly and salty ocean winds caress the shores, lies the sacred Mount Putuo, one of China's 4 sacred Buddhist mountains in the earthly domain of Avalokiteśvara Bodhisattva, embodiment of infinite compassion. Mount Putuo is part of the Zhoushan archipelago, near Ningbo in Zhejiang. While it may not boast the towering heights of Mount Emei or Wutai, nor the somber solemnity of Mount Jiuhua, it possesses a serene yet vibrant beauty, where mountains, ocean, and divine energy converge to create a pure land in miniature. Legend has it that Avalokiteśvara appeared here to save sentient beings, making this island a sacred destination for pilgrims over the past 1,000 years. People come to pray for peace and rediscover quietness within their hearts amidst a world that often feels chaotic and unstable. The island hosts hundreds of temples, including Puji, Feu, Puji, and the Southern Sea Guanyin statue. Each temple is a sacred art, with curved eaves, red walls, glazed tiles, and echoing wooden fish drums that seem to transcend time. Especially awe-inspiring is the over 30-meter-tall statue of Southern Sea Guanyin, standing with serene grace facing the ocean, listening silently to the cries of all beings. But Mount Putuo is not only a spiritual haven, it's a natural paradise. Winding stone paths lead through lush tea gardens and whispering bamboo forests, all the way to golden beaches. At sunrise, golden light reflects on moss-covered steps, bathing the entire island in a luminous glow that feels like the touch of a Buddha's blessing. With its mild, cool climate year-round, Mount Putuo is a perfect place for pilgrimage and rest. In spring, temple paths burst with flowers. In summer, the ocean stretches vast and blue. In autumn, golden leaves cloak the monasteries, and in winter, mountain fog wraps the land in a dreamlike mystique, as if one has stepped into a hidden realm of peace. Arriving at Mount Putuo, visitors don't just come for the scenery but also to listen to themselves. Each chime of a distant temple bell seems to awaken a sleeping soul within. Every step on the ancient stone paths is a step back toward mindfulness. Here, between ocean waves and mountain winds, one can truly grasp the profound meaning of compassion, that guiding light that leads all sentient beings through the impermanence of life. Mount Emei, the heavenly peak of enlightenment in the clouds of Sichuan. If the four sacred Buddhist mountains are the spiritual pillars of Chinese Buddhism, then Mount Emei is its majestic crown, where endless clouds swirl. Mountain winds echo ancient sutras, and the light of Buddhist wisdom shines across the mortal realm. Located in Sichuan province, in southwest China, Mount Emei has long been regarded as a sacred realm, where heaven and earth meet and the Dharma blossoms. Its natural grandeur is rivaled only by its profound spiritual significance. Mount Emei is the Bodhimanda of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, representing the noble vows and diligent practice of the Mahayana path. Soaring over 3.000 meters, 9.800 feet, above sea level. The highest peak of Emei, Golden Summit, Jinding, is shrouded year-round in white clouds. Creating a mystical, otherworldly atmosphere. At sunrise, the clouds swirl like a sea below, while radiant light floods the summit from above. On rare and blessed occasions, visitors may witness the miraculous phenomenon known as Buddha's halo, a luminous rainbow rain forming in the clouds with their shadow at the center. This rare optical event is considered an auspicious sign of the Bodhisattva's grace. Scattered across the mountain slopes, countless temples, meditation halls, and ancient pagodas emerge and disappear into the morning mist, creating a sacred and serene landscape. Notable sites include Baoguo Temple, Guanyin Temple, Qingyan Pavilion, and most impressively, the colossal golden statue of Samantabhadra riding a white elephant, nearly 50 meters tall, standing tall on golden summit, regal and radiant against the backdrop of clouds and sky. Climbing Mount Emei is not just a physical journey but a spiritual ascent. Each stone step and forest bend tests one's endurance and patience, as though every footstep is a mantra, drawing the pilgrim closer to awakening. Many visitors choose to hike the entire route from the mountain's base to its summit. Covering dozens of kilometers as a physical challenge and a meditative walk in the footsteps of the Bodhisattva. Beyond its spiritual heritage, Mount Emei is renowned for its rich ecosystem and stunning natural beauty. Ancient forests blanket its slopes. Crystal waterfalls plunge into deep valleys. Wild monkeys play fearlessly by the trails. And the cool, fresh air makes the mountain feel like a paradise on earth. Each season paints Emei with a new brush. In spring, wildflowers bloom across the hills. In summer, emerald forests stretch endlessly. In autumn, fiery red maple leaves blaze across the ridges. And in winter, snow blankets the peaks in pure, tranquil white. All of these elements, scenic beauty, sacred energy, and profound dharma, converge at Mount Emei, making it more than just a destination for Buddhist pilgrims. It is a sanctuary for anyone seeking escape from the world's chaos. A place to find stillness, clarity, and perhaps, to understand oneself more deeply. Mount Jiuhua, a pure land amidst the human realm. Amidst the poetic landscapes of Anhui Province, where emerald rivers embrace mountain feet and white clouds drift lazily across distant skies, stands a sacred mountain that has quietly touched countless hearts with its mystical beauty and deep serenity, Mount Jiuhua. It may not boast the heroic grandeur of Emei, nor the dreamlike charm of Putuo, but Jiuhua carries the presence of a great monastic sage, silent, solemn, and radiant from within. From afar, Mount Jiuhua appears like a blooming lotus of 9 petals, with 9 peaks rising together like the great arms of a sacred flower unfolding beneath the heavens. Each peak holds its own legend and sacred story. making every stone and mossy path seem steeped in spiritual energy. Here, the mountain is not merely earth and forest, it becomes a pure land on earth. A gateway into the boundless depth of compassion. Mount Jiuhua is the sacred Bodhimanda of Kṣitigarbha Bodhisattva, revered for his profound vow. Not until the hells are empty will I become a Buddha. This vow speaks of his fearless descent into the darkest realms of suffering to liberate all lost souls. During the Tang dynasty, a Korean monk named Kim Chao-wei, Jin Chao-wei, traveled to Mount Jiuhua, where he cultivated in silence for decades. Upon his passing, his body remained miraculously intact, uncorrupted by time, leading many to believe he was the incarnation of Kṣitigarbha himself. The mountain became a sanctuary of vows and boundless mercy from that moment. Pilgrims to Jiuhua often begin their journey at the mountain's foot, climbing ancient stone steps overgrown with moss, winding through whispering bamboo groves, and babbling mountain streams. With each step, they draw closer to the sacred. The sound of temple bells in the morning wind, the rhythmic echo of wooden fish drums resounding deep in the valley, awaken dormant thoughts and guide the seeker back to their still inner refuge. In the morning mist, the Bodhi relic hall, where the incorrupt remains of Kim Chao-wei rest, emerges with elegant, curved rooftops, its incense smoke drifting like a ribbon of compassion across the mountain sky. Standing before this ancient shrine, palms pressed together in reverence, reciting the name of Kṣitigarbha, one cannot help but feel a deep peace descend. Worldly worries dissolve like fog in the wind among the ancient pine trees. Mount Jiuhua is not only a spiritual sanctuary, but also a living painting of nature's grandeur. Each season brings a distinct charm. In spring, peach and plum blossoms light up the mountainsides. In summer, lush green forests glow under gentle golden sunlight. In autumn, crimson maple leaves set the slopes ablaze with fiery color. Snow blankets the land in winter, turning the temples into ethereal visions of the Buddha's realm. Walking through such scenery, one may feel like they're drifting through the pages of an ancient sutra, where each leaf and drop of water carries a hidden teaching. 4. Mount Wutai, the peak of wisdom amidst the white clouds of the north. Nestled in the highlands of northern Shaanxi province, where the air is crisp year-round and white clouds embrace the endless blue sky. Mount Wutai rises like a giant lotus in full bloom, pure, noble, and radiant with the light of wisdom. This is no ordinary mountain. It is the sacred abode of Mañjuśrī Bodhisattva, the embodiment of transcendent wisdom in Mahayana Buddhism. Unlike the misty mystery of Emei or the ocean-born grace of Putuo, Mount Wutai has a spirit all its own, solemn and majestic. Yet quietly powerful, like a sage hidden deep in the mountains. True to its name, the mountain consists of 5 flat summits, stretching across the cardinal directions, east, west, south, north, and center, forming a rare, symbolic landscape often called the Buddha's realm on earth. Each summit reflects a different aspect of Mañjuśrī's wisdom, making Wutai one of the most revered centers of Buddhism in China and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Where wisdom dwells, the heart awakens. Legend says that Mañjuśrī Bodhisattva has often appeared on Mount Wutai to teach and guide sentient beings. For centuries, monks, scholars, and seekers of truth have journeyed here to meditate, study, and pursue the Dharma. For devout Buddhists, Wutai is more than a destination. It is a gathering place for all souls seeking the light of understanding. at nearly 3.000 meters above sea level. Sacred temples like Daila Temple, Taiyuan Temple, Shentung Temple, and especially Luohu Temple, home to the famous statue of Mañjuśrī riding a blue lion, stand out against the azure sky like gems in a field of snow. These are not merely religious buildings, but living museums of culture, art, and devotion, where every wall and every statue speaks of 1,000 years of reverence. A harmonious meeting of traditions. One of Wutai's most unique features is its fusion of Han Chinese and Tibetan Buddhism. As you ascend the slopes, alongside ancient Han-style temples, you'll find Tibetan-style Lama series, where multicolored prayer flags flutter in the mountain breeze, and Tibetan monks in maroon robes chant softly in the stillness. Nowhere else in China does the convergence of these two great traditions shine so harmoniously. A transcendent landscape, where heaven and earth open the heart. Mount Wutai's cool climate means snow can still be found atop the peaks even in midsummer. On moonlit nights, the silver glow covers pine forests and temple roofs, while the wind hums like the echo of celestial sutras through the trees. At dawn, mist cloaks the valleys, and as the sun rises behind the ridges, golden rays touch the face of a Buddha statue, creating a breathtaking scene that silences the soul. Every step along the pilgrimage path is a step inward. Pilgrims come not only to offer prayers, but to learn, to listen, to hear the voice of the Buddha within their hearts. In the cold of the highlands, the human spirit grows warm, illuminated by the gentle gaze of Mañjuśrī Bodhisattva, and the timeless flame of wisdom. If this journey stirred something within you, perhaps a moment of peace, a flash of insight, or simply a deeper appreciation for nature and culture, then, thumbs up, leave a like to support the spirit of discovery. Bell, subscribe to the channel so we can explore more sacred places together. Speech balloon, comment your thoughts, questions, or where you'd like us to go next. Send mail, and don't forget to share this video with someone who might need a little stillness in the noise.